So, hello everybody, what is going on? Today is Kibe Shimaki here, and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy II Dawn of Souls. Last time, we went ahead, wrapped up Mysidian Tower, obtained the Ultima Tome, and now with nothing more really standing in our way, we are here to press onward and hopefully put an end to the Empire. This time, after seeing both Altair and Gatria appearing to be destroyed, we have nothing more but to press on to Castle Finn and see what is going on. There's no real changes in terms of my stats. However, I will note there is a slight change in magic. And what I mean by that, well, you'll see shortly. Items are the same. Stats are roughly the same. There might be a slight shift in HP, but nothing too drastic. However, magic. I went ahead and taught Firon the Ultima Tome. Not only that, but I also got a Scourge Tome and a Holy Tome. Took me some time to get the Scourge Tome, but I did, and I taught them to Firon as well. As for Maria, I added a bunch of different spells to her abilities. I gave her Death, Holy, Wall, Barrier, and Curse, and Stun. Guy and Rickard have no difference, and believe me, you do not want to give Ultima to Rickard at all. He is not going to be a permanent member, as you can probably guess, so keep that in mind. Aside from that, from what we got, what we can do, let's head up to Castle Finn. We continue on, I believe if we continue north, yep, there's a cyclone appearing to form nearby. We can check around the castle town and see if anybody has anything to say. Everybody's dead. What? The cyclone appeared out of nowhere and started sucking people in. It was horrible. The way it moved, it almost seemed to have some sort of consciousness. Well, that's something. That's horrific. There's no real changes in terms of the armor, I believe. Yeah, everything is basically the same. No real difference. Nothing new. So, of course, no reason to change. No reason to upgrade. No reason to shift in terms of armors or weapons. Yeah, everything is pretty old. Not that as powerful and not as good. Could definitely heal up at the inn if we so choose, but I say we just enter the castle and see what's going on. If the cyclone attacks Finn again, we won't stand a chance. Altair, Poft, they were all destroyed by the Emperor's Cyclone. The Emperor's Cyclone? Are we completely powerless at the hands of the Emperor's magic? If the Emperor can create a cyclone like that, there's a limit to his power. So the Emperor formed a cyclone of some sort. You don't think the Emperor could be inside the cyclone, do you? Trying to go inside the cyclone would be suicide. We'd be torn to shreds. Yeesh. We will never rest until peace has been restored to the world. This is the second floor of Castle Finn. Prince Gordon awaits. The audience chamber is right this way. Let's see exactly what's going on with Princess Hilda and Prince Gordon. Oh, Layla! When the storm kicked up and the ship went down, I got separated from you. I thought you were dead for sure. It's good to be wrong now and again. The Emperor's foul magic can control even the winds. Poft, Bloom, Altair, Gatria, all were destroyed, one after the other. Now the cyclone is headed for Finn. Let's ask about it. The Emperor himself is controlling the cyclone, I've no doubt. No words about the Ultima Tome? Actually, yeah, no words about it, nothing really else to note. Let's see what Gordon has to say. The ultimate magic is in our hands, but what good does it do us? The cyclone will kill us all before we even have the chance to use it. Unless we sprout wings and learn to fly, I don't see how we can get into that cyclone. Sprout wings and fly, you say? Well, we do by chance, I believe, have a wyvern with us, or a dragoon. No, okay, never mind. I thought I was coming up with something there, but apparently it makes no real difference. I guess really all that we can do is go over to Hilda real quick and ask her one more thing. Ask her about the wyverns. Long ago, we called wyverns by reflecting the light of the pendant in the castle's mirror. The castle's mirror. Okay, well, where is this giant mirror that they call forth upon? I don't recall where it is. I genuinely don't. Before we take a look and go there. Ah, okay. So I gotta make our way through. We gotta go back and around. There was a giant castle, or not giant, a giant mirror in one of these areas. Just can't recall which one. It wasn't around here. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about encounters in this place, but there is a change in floor encounters. So keep that in mind. There's a complete difference in terms of what you can find, what you can encounter, what you can see on the ground floor. If you somehow missed certain things up to this point, then they're pretty much gone for good. I believe there's a bunch of enemies that were swapped. Well, not a bunch, but a couple here and there. Mirrors on the 3rd floor of the castle. There it is. The big thing that I remember, or at least the few enemies that I know that we cannot see anymore, was the antlions and I think the gigantoads. Both are located in the desert area, so those are swapped out completely. Just make sure you run around and encounter every enemy that I listed previously. You should be up to 53, 54 before the Ultima Tome, I think. So keep that in mind, of course, as you progress through and plan ahead. Let us approach the giant mirror. Let's use the pendant as we initially, as we weren't aware of the first time. The mirror drinks in the light emitted by the pendant. And in doing so, the image of a young wyvern shimmers in the mirror. The last wyvern egg has finally hatched, and the wyvern is speeding toward Finn. Yep, that beautiful little wyvern egg that we placed down, the final one, has hatched in the time we took to get through Mysidian Tower and obtain the Ultima Tome. With Rickard in our party, we can actually control it as well. There it is. It flings and it flails with happiness. The Wyvern and Dragoon are together once more. Yep, Rickard and the Wyvern are now as one, which is really cool. Of course, make sure you guys stock up and everything, but if you're well prepared and well geared up, well, you can make way to the Cyclone. All you have to do is, I believe, leave Castle Finn and hop aboard the Wyvern as in the overworld. I'm decently stocked up. I think I am going to go stop by real quick and just get some extra. Just to make sure we're well equipped and geared up. Where is the item shop? There it is. Let's just get a bunch of high potions and ethers like we have done before. Just because it's the best thing that you can do. It's the cheapest thing you can afford. And definitely pays out really well. Boom. Ethers, stock back up, thank you. Phoenix Downs, I'm gonna get like 13 of them. Just gonna make sure we have enough. And then a couple of cottages. Don't need elixirs, we're fine on that. Actually, let me get one more thing. Just in case, I'm gonna get like 5 gold needles because that wasn't the bane of my existence, but still, it's probably safe to have a couple. Let's go, let's hit the inn. Let's make sure we're all healed up as best as we can be. You. And now, with nothing more, except for one last stop, of course, we're gonna head off to the Cyclone. I think it's in here. Yep, look who it is. Even if we had an army of you, it wouldn't help us at this time. How could we fight a Cyclone? You're planning on going into that thing? You do realize you're quite mad. Tell you what, I've been keeping a few things stashed away and I want you to have them. Try fiddling around the wall near my bed. Alright. Go near it, and boom, there's a hidden passageway. In it, he has the ruby cuirass, the gold cuirass, the gold hairpin, the blood sword. Do not sell the blood sword. The silver cuirass, the elixir, the thief's gloves, and the black garb. A good handful of weapons and items and things like that. I will say this, it doesn't do much for you now, but you want to keep the blood sword for much later. It is a very interesting item, to say the least. What it says, a sword that steals the blood of its foes. It doesn't have a lot of damage to it now. 151, 162. It doesn't do a lot currently, and that is an unfortunate thing, but it is honestly perfectly fine. We don't really need to worry about it doing a crazy amount of damage or anything like that. We just have to make it work with what we got now. Keep you with an ice lance and a flame lance. Everything else looks pretty okay. Ice armor. Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of different equipment upgrading. Black garb, why not? I don't want to. I'm worried about giving Rickard here a couple of equipment and gear, just because I want to hold out for a good bit on some of this stuff. We're at 70 with you. Resistance of fire. Why not? Yeah, I'll keep the twisted headband on you. The gold hairpin, the flame helm, why not? Ice armor will do you pretty good. Black robe, why not? Black garb, I mean. Keep it with that. Power armlet, no real needs to change that. I could give Guy the golden hairpin, that's funny. Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of debating on what items to use and what things to equip. It is going to be one of the last few times we actually have to think really harshly about it and plan out accordingly. I think in terms of what we have now, though, I think this is the best we got. Ice armor. We have a lot of different items and a lot of different stuff. It really is just up to you on what you choose to pick and what you choose to bring along. But with us as outfitted as we can be, there's nothing more other than to start heading towards the Cyclone. Of course, there are different enemies coming up and things like that. There's a bunch of different stuff to prepare for, so make sure you equip yourself and well fit yourselves pretty good. I do recommend getting a good handful of Phoenix Downs, because you might need them. But as we approach, yes, of course. As we approach, let's see what happens. Somehow, within the depths of this cyclone lies a castle. And next time, we're going to explore this place and see everything there is to encounter. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see all of you dudes later. Peace out, everybody.